In this episode, Wilson and Alfie talk about how decision making is linked to motivation and intuition.
For me, motivation is one of those perception words, because I realized growing up, we created our own motivation through thinking. So it's like when we thought about, when you thought about something would be great after doing it, and you have that whole thought process of 10 years in 5 minutes, do you know what I mean? Or do you know what I mean? You think about going in a course, and after this course, I can get this, and I can get that, and I can get this, and I should be that. So somehow you draw your motivation from that thought. But I realized when you're not, if you don't really, so me before the principles, I would see those thoughts as motivation. All of those thoughts that I create, I would see them as that's the motivation to do that. And it might fail, and then I might create new motivation to do something else. But now I kind of see that, as you guys are saying, motivation comes from the feeling of like, for me as well, because I'm thinking about football, and my motivation to play football comes off of the football I've played in the past, if that makes sense. So I know I enjoy it, I know I love it, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do that again. So it's like, even now I'm on a new venture, and I'm like, I've never been here before, so the motivation's quite low because I'm not sure where it's gonna go. But I realize I'm not creating where it's gonna go anymore. So the motivation is kind of in the unknown. It's like, oh, like let's see where it goes. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we can do. So it's just, yeah, it's motivation is kind of a sticky word, because I see that I've seen it different many times. I've seen motivation different many times, and yeah, when somebody says motivational now, I kind of see that as not something that everybody can take from. It's something that you take from it what you take. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that word motivation kind of, it's a sticky one.
Yeah, I think that's interesting what Wilson's saying, because what was also standing out for me was, well, like my whole getting my knickers in a twist with decisions. And what's so interesting is just like pondering recently, like how I think I'm deciding about something, like you talking about, will you tutor that, but go back and tutor that, be a tutor in whatever it was, work for your course company or something. And so we sit there thinking, do I want to do that or don't I want to do that, with an idea of what we think we're choosing in that decision, when actually the choice we're making to step into something or not could be a step that's leading to something completely unexpected that we don't know until we've made the step. And it's a bit like Wilson saying doing a new thing. We're stepping into something, but we don't really know where that's taking us. So even when we think we're deciding, we're not really ever aware of what we're really deciding, are we? We're just following something in the moment. And I guess that's what feels edgy in a way, or that's what the surrendering is in a way, is that we're sort of following an impulse that's leading somewhere that we'll never really know. So we almost don't actually really know what we're deciding when we make a choice. And perhaps that's what's kind of a bit edgy in it, that surrender that's sort of necessary. And I'm also thinking how I can beat myself up from, I don't know, getting to the end of the day and thinking that I didn't take action for things that I feel like I should have done or something, and how actually maybe there's something about that that's perfect, or like waking up with, say, dread in my stomach because, oh no, this topic or this email or this situation that I still haven't faced, and knowing how much that's me just being in the way, when actually it's perfect and the email will get answered in the perfect time, and it's not about anything to do with me, versus me. And I suppose this is a bit like Dazzle with his running or motivation or something. What is actually just this system just doesn't have capacity to answer that email right now. So it might be like the perfect thing that needs doing, but actually maybe it's recognizing that just sitting in front of the email and letting the feelings come up about that, and just building the capacity to be with that kind of, you know, and be kind to that, and then at some point a response will happen. And so even if there's not motivation or ability to do it, it's also okay if we can, you know, complete the whole thing. And it all comes down to a kind of kindness or something, isn't it? That things will get done, but is there a where's the kindness in this or something?